Yeah, so my legislation for the Housing Trust Fund essentially moves $3.5 million from the general fund into the Housing Trust Fund. If you remember, a couple of years ago, Councilmember Westmoreland introduced an ordinance creating the Housing Trust Fund. That legislation essentially had a phasing approach to fully funding monies from the general fund to the Housing Trust Fund, where by 2025, fiscal year 2025, we will fund 2% of our general fund commitment to the trust fund. So as part of that phase-in, we should have funded the trust fund by 1.5% of our general fund budget, based on some concerns that the administration and other leaders around the city had around the consumer price index and inflation. We only funded that trust fund by about $8 million. To get to the 1.5%, we need to add, it should be $11.5 million. I just felt strongly that with what we've accomplished as a city around making sure that we had so much money in our reserves, that we have one of the highest bond ratings we've ever had in the city, that our uncommitted fund balance is so high that we could afford to fully fund the trust fund per the ordinance that was approved and adopted by City Council in 2021. So that's what this legislation did. It moved money from the general fund into the trust fund to meet that full commitment.